Guys, I am going to show you how to string this necklace, and these are all beads that I have made, and I'll show you my process of how I go about it. And sometimes it's a wild hunt around here to find it, so stick around and watch how I do this. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm almost at 500 people and I'm excited. So yeah, have a great day and see you soon. So here we are, and I have all these beads all over my table here, and these are all beads that I have made. And I've done enamel beads, this one here. And the base is a stainless steel filigree type of bead. And then I just heat it up and roll it in glass, which is a fine powder. That's what enamels are. And then I cool it in a kiln. So there we have them. And this is a necklace here that I have made. And I have every bead on here is handmade by me except for these little tiny ones in here, but all the glass beads and the enamel beads. So this is available for purchase. It's really pretty. So we're going to attempt to make another one similar to that. I have learned a trick. Don't reinvent the wheel. And if I don't have the physical necklace here, what I've done in the past is take a picture of my design, because I find the thing that takes the longest is figuring out the design. And I've taken a picture, transferred it to Photoshop, turned it into a sketch, and then I've got a layout for my beads, so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so here we go. So we've got a focal bead here. So I start at the focal bead, and I would like to have had a transparent blue, but I don't have one. Let's see if this is going to work. This is a big one here. Maybe that one. It's kind of a different color. And I have these caps that I made. Let's see here. Sure if I want to use those. Here's another one. Well, we'll try putting it together and see what happens. If I go with this bead here, I'll have to offset it with some yellow because there's some yellow in the bead right here. Start with that, and then we got these guys. These are also filigree beads that I've made, so we'll do those next. This is going to be a pretty colorful piece. Okay, the wire I'm using is soft flex. It's heavy. So it's quite thick, strong. I'm not going to have to worry about it breaking. So you stretch your wire out, and your first bead you're going to put right in the center, like so. And let's see, I have these little things. Okay, this is my little findings tray. And what I'm going to dig out in here are these stabilizers, and I absolutely love them. They work great because this particular bead has really big holes, so we put the stabilizer on there, so that stops it from wiggling all over the place. So I'm going to find a matching set here. There we go. And two. So we'll put one on either side. And that will stop it from rocking. This one side. So when I'm working on a big necklace like this, I like to start at the center. There, see how that looks? And work my way out. And keep doing each side. I find sometimes I boo-boo if I just do start like from here and keep going that way. I make boo-boos. So that way you can balance it, unless you want an unbalanced necklace, of course. That's your option. All right, now I am going to put a bent piece on the end of my wire. And I'm going to put one of these on. Let's see how that looks. Might not like it. Well, that's kind of cool. I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe not. Okay. So let's put one of these. I'm going to put a yellow on either side. Sometimes when I'm working on a piece, it just kind of comes together on its own. I think I'm going to start off doing one thing and then it goes in a different direction. Well, I really like the yellow. That looks good. Okay, next. I've got some colors laid out. No, they're not going to work. Let's go with this one. Hardest part about the filigree beads is getting your hole through. The holes are really tiny. So you make sure your wire is really straight. There we go. Oh, that's not bad. Okay, let's find the other one. Do the same thing. Done so far. It's pretty. Now, let's see. I'm going to put on a couple of spacers. These are my spacer beads that I make. Let's see what happens. It's going to look a lot different than the purple necklace. Disc type beads. Cool thing about being a Lampwork artist is I'll be making something and I go, oh, I need more of those. So I just go and get on the torch and make what I need. So it's pretty cool. All right, I have to go and look.
Little bit of loving, just a little bit the real thing. You're the good treasure, my missing piece. Good as gold, yeah, that's guaranteed. Give a little bit of loving, just a little bit the real thing. You're the good treasure, my missing piece. Good as gold, yeah, that's guaranteed. About you that that brings me to my knees. That's something about you could satisfy my needs. Just a little bit the real thing. You're the good treasure, my missing piece. Good as gold, yeah, that's guaranteed. Give a little bit of loving, just a little bit the real thing. You're the good treasure, my missing piece. Good as gold, yeah, that's guaranteed. Give a little bit of loving, just a little bit the real thing. You're the good treasure, my missing piece. Good as gold, yeah, that's guaranteed. Give a little bit of loving.
Okay, now I have these little bead caps that I make. They're sort of like my discs, but I've made them so it's more like a bead cap. And I'm just putting one on one side of these beads. Now, I didn't show you me putting these on because these are like a nightmare to get on. The holes are really small. So it's done. And this necklace is not what I thought it was going to be. Let's see. Next. This one is going to be quite eclectic. Put this one on here. Yeah, it's very hard to string these darn things. You need one of those needles that they have a needle that you can attach to your wire so you can put it all the way through. I have one somewhere, but I have no clue where it's at. It's a little different than the other necklace. See, that one went through right away. Okay, well, it's kind of cool. The colors are unique. Next, let's put a hat on these guys. Oh, we already have a hat next. Down there, that doesn't work. Okay, I have gone ahead and put some beads on. I'm working today in my store and I had some people come in and buy a whole bunch of my beads. So this is what I've done. I've matched this up and I picked out some beads in some different colors. This is kind of a wild piece for me. Usually I keep a color theme, but sometimes this happens. And it looks kind of cool. I've got crimps. I use crimp tubes, sterling silver. Faves to use. And because I'm using the thicker wire, I have to have a crimp tube with a little bigger hole than usual. So, the hole, I don't know if you can see that or not, but there we go. So I'm going to put my crimp tube on. Excuse my lovely nails. I had my fingers in the soil this morning, pulling weeds. And this is a wire horseshoe thingy. I forget the name of it. There's a name. Anyways, it gives you a more finished look when you're done. This is a jump ring. It's a sterling silver jump ring. And what you do with your jump ring, never open them up that way. You open them up sideways. See where it's in there? So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to close it by kind of going back and forth until I get it centered. See that? So it's nice and smooth. And we're going to put that on. There we go. And put the wire through. Okay. This is really thick wire. And the necklace, it looks heavy, but it's not, because I've got blown beads, and the filigree beads are very light. So it's not that heavy. Okay, so now I'm going to run that wire back through the crimp tube and pull it out. I like to always stretch it down a couple of beads. And then you're going to pull it up. All right. Now, I'm just going to close this a little bit. The camera can pick that up. Pinch that in, and then I'm going to leave a little bit of a space there because I'm going to end up putting a crimp cover on here. And here's my handy dandy crimp tool. So we smash it down. Don't press super hard, just enough to make it crimp. So, and then check it, make sure that it's there, and then you can just squish it with the other part of your crimp tool, like so. So you smash it with this part here, and then you round it out with this part here. I have this kind, and then for smaller crimps, I have this little guy where I smash it flat, and then see it's got a little round divot in there, and then you can just press it and round your bead out, your crimp bead, and it looks like a bead. Okay, so now I am going to put a crimp cover over top. And we have a couple of them in here. There we go. And these look like little horseshoes, you can see. So we'll go in and put this over here. It's easier to do on the one side before you go finish the whole thing, because once it's all tight, it's hard. So put that there, and that's what I use my other little crimp tool for, is closing it. And just do a little bit at a time. Because I'm on a camera, it's being difficult. Usually I can do these in my sleep. I'm going to put this back. Now comes the clasp side. Yay! And I'm going to cut this off right about here. Give me some wire to work with. And on with the crimp bead. Go. And the little horseshoe thingy. Oh, where'd the horseshoe thingy go? Okay, there they are. And we're going to put that up. And I like to use these. These are stainless steel, and I like them because they're really strong, and they're easy for us older folks with our arthritic fingers to get on and off. All right, so I'm putting that in there. Back through, down through the crimp bead. Push it through a few beads. There we go. Put it out of there. And you can always grab bent nose pliers, my favorite. I use them all the time. I use it for wire wrapping really well. This is a good tool to have. All right, so now I pulled it down, and jiggle your whole necklace down so that you got it. There we go. All right. So there it's protected. I'm going to squish the little horseshoe thingy down. Take our crimp, press it, not super hard, just gently until you feel like, okay, it's not going anywhere, and then going around it out. There we go. And always check it again, make sure that puppy is not going anywhere. All right, we'll put that over there. So now we're going to put another crimp cover on. See if I can get it right this time. So use your bent nose pliers, grab it, and just gently start pressing until it closes. It's like a little, oops, clamshell. There we go. Cut the wire off. I have in the past accidentally cut the wrong wire, which is really fun. Then I've had to restring the whole thing. Okay, now these little horseshoe thingies feel a little sharp to me. There we go. And they're sterling silver. There you go. It's done. I hate it when I have a necklace and they have that little bit on the back. There's something that scratches your neck. I'm kind of like, oh, I don't like that. So I make sure that everything is nice and smooth. Round it out. Okay. Got a little bit of wire peeking out right here. We don't want that. And there we go. It's done. All done. And this will be for sale. If you're interested, just let me know. It's a beauty. And every bead on here is handmade by me. Don't forget to watch my other videos.